Let's get to it.
YouTube, where have you been my whole life, you delicious guardians? It is Mesa Sean back at it with another episode of Ask Mesa, where you ask and I try my best to answer your questions. So let's get into it, but before, let's cover some housekeeping. Guys, the rating with subscribers today went off with a huge success. Thank you guys so much. I think we had about 330 people in there, which I was totally blown away by. Gotta thank my new mods over there, Moray, especially you, man. You helped me up, set up a lot of things with the stream. I'm a total noob when it comes to streaming, but yeah, I'm sold on streaming, guys. I'm gonna stream every weekend. Definitely love playing with you guys. And sorry, we're only able to do one Crota run, but it was basically a teach run. You know, one of the players, he'd never been through before, so it was, you know, helpful to teach him, as well as hopefully teach some of you guys watching out there, and it helps me refresh on some things because I forget a lot of things. It was cool to see him get new gear and some stuff, and you know, I said, it's like, if you get a Galahorn, I'm going to kill. No, of course I'm not, but he got some cool gear and it was fun to teach. So anyway, so I want to try to do it every weekend, and I'll always announce it on Twitter, and also I'll do the quick 30-second video that I'll put up saying, hey, I'm live right now. Next up, check a video in the description. Also, link in the description to this young man, spiffy looking haircut. That is ClawMan from my clan, Resolute. He's the boss man. I got to take orders from him. You believe that one? No, he's cool as a cucumber. No, we got sponsored, or REZO got sponsored by Condemned Customs. Check them out. They make some vicious controllers. Their link will be in the description. The video to the description of what our sponsorship entails, which means you guys get a discount. So the discount code will be in the description. So go on over there, check them out, get yourself some cool custom controllers. I know I'm getting myself one. Okay, question comes from 7-9, and she asks, what are your thoughts on the abuse that female gamers get? Also, a couple other questions. One I could quickly address. Why don't YouTubers do more dual comms anymore? I'd love to see you do one with Miss 5000 Watts. You're both really positive. We need more of that. Well, I do dual commentaries. Go check out My Name is Byf. I do one usually every week or every other week with him. I miss 5,000 watts. I would love to do one. She's awesome. She actually convinced me to buy those, what is it called? Something electronic dance machines? Something dance machines for the Hunter, the Hunter exotic gauntlets. I only bought them because she did a video showing that. You might get killed a little less in PvP because of the strafing. But as for the abuse that female gamers get, I think it's fucking disgusting. Pardon my French. And I'll give you an example. So there's a community manager for Infinity Ward, Tina Palacios, I forget how you say it. She's a community manager for Call of Duty and Infinity Ward for Ghosts. Okay, now Ghosts, granted, everyone hated that game, but that poor girl, you know, and I got called a white knight a few times because I would jump in on Twitter, and you know, of course, if you defend a girl on Twitter, you're a white knight. But I mean, the poor girl, she would tweet out one thing like, "There's new patch notes," okay, or "Here's an update," and she would get 100 of the most, just, you know what, I'm not even going to say what they would say to her. They would say horrific things. And, you know, probably half of these mooks have never even had a girlfriend before, okay? So I think it's vile. And the same thing, there's this little rat pack sewing circle of YouTubers that basically are nut huggers of Thunder 402. And all they would do is make videos with her picture in the description and calling her this and calling her that. What? She's supposed to be the fucking liaison between you assholes and, you know, developers. But if you're going to say horrific things to her, you think she's really going to give them feedback from you guys? I don't know. That's just one example I could say. As for just girls in general, just in gaming, just, you know, I guess you got to try to ignore guys. Listen, I was young. I'm no spring chicken, and I'm sure it's a lot of it is a, you know, a maturity factor. Let's say for girl gamers, just play with your friends, play with good people, just avoid the trolls and just ignore them. I mean, most of them are just probably just trying to get attention because they like you or something like that. I don't know. I'm in babble mode, so we're gonna go on to the next question. Okay, next question is from Tell H, and he says, hey Mesa, do you think that the new DLC House of Wolves will be all new guns with attack levels, blah blah blah, about basically leveling up guns? And yeah, as he says, it did take a long ass time to level up guns. Yeah, you know what, they're gonna have to, and I bet there's gonna be a new light level cap also. Am I crazy about that? Yeah, kind of. You know, I mean, I liked it when all of a sudden, I mean, before Dark Below came out, man, I had 130 and the rest were 29 because I just could not get raid gear. And the other two were stuck at 29 forever. So I like the fact that they kind of introduced, listen, there are other ways to get up to at least 31, and to get up to 32, yeah, you can get it from the raid. And I got all 3 32s rather quickly, and I think it's because Bungie did say they were going to improve or increase the loot drop within Crota's End, and I think they did, because I got some duplicates of gear, and even though I did get better stat rolls, but I sharded them because I wanted that last 32, my Titan, to have all 32s, where I would have liked to have kept 1 or 2 of them, because they had better stat rolls, but then leveling them up again and needing shards again. I just wanted the first 3 level 32s and get them through Crota. Okay, so Ethan Parra says, hey Mesa, do you think all specials, besides snipers, need a nerf in the Crucible, possibly limit the amount of special ammo that drops? Love your videos, keep up the good work. Thank you, good sir. Yes, I absolutely hate fusion rifles like a passion. I got one of those plug ones, which basically outclasses some of my sniper rifles in stats, or at least it feels like it, because I've been cross-map killed by that thing. I feel like everyone relies way too much on special ammo. No one uses their primaries anymore. Here, I mean, for me, I just love my Hawk Moon so much, I'm making it a point to not use my special ammo because I just want to get kills with the Hawk Moon. But I think it's ridiculous. And, you know, I've said this before. If I get sniped by someone, I clap. Bravo to them, because in other games where, like Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, sniping took no skill. Sniping takes skill in Destiny PvP, I think. And I feel like people don't snipe enough because it's too hard to, because everyone's running around with fusion rifles, and then people like me run around with shotguns with max agility to try to combat the fusion rifles. So yeah, definitely, you know, Byf and I did a dual commentary on that. I think they should limit it, or keep maybe not make it as rare as heavy ammo, but definitely not as common as it is right now. Okay, Duffy Nicholas asks, with these new Crucible modes that have no tracker, do you think that camping, especially with fusion rifles, is going to be an issue? You know, when I first heard about those, I was so excited, because do you know how many times I die from constantly looking at my tracker site? You know, I'm constantly looking for people that are camping or hiding in some spot, because, you know, even if you crouch, I still know where you are, just because of map awareness. But I get killed a lot, but then it brings up the same thing. Yeah, people are going to camp. People are going to wait in corners. But I think, I don't know, you know, with good map awareness, I would think the no tracker thing might be good in types like with skirmish, where you're solely relying on map knowledge and map awareness, things like that. But we'll have to see how it plays out, you know. But yes, I can't imagine people will be camping with fusion rifles. That would be really annoying. You're not going to camp with a shotgun, because what they'll do is they'll camp with a fusion rifle, and because of the range, they'll kill you with the fusion rifle. Micah D asks, do you think we need a buff in the weekly Nightfall rewards? You know, it's interesting that you bring that up, because I noticed the last few weeks that I've done the Nightfall, I haven't gotten one exotic. It's all been legendary, or coins, or shards. I get a feeling that they actually nerfed the Nightfall rewards because they want to encourage everyone to go play the raid. I've definitely seen way more people get exotics from Crota's End, both normal and, of course, hard mode. So, I'd like to, well, you know, I always want an exotic, but you know, I've said this before, ever since I got my Hawk Moon, I'm much more relaxed. Now, if I get a Galahorn, it's gravy. If I get a Red Death, it's gravy. If I get a Hard Light, it's all gravy. I don't care anymore. So I'm less stressed out. But for a while, before I got the Hawk Moon, I was stressing every week. But I'm going to say they're fine the way it is, because I think it encourages people to go play the raid. Because I think everyone, to really get the Destiny experience, you got to play the raid. That thing is so much fun. Okay, Amon Stubber asks, favorite exotic weapon and armor piece? Well, it goes without saying, Hawk Moon, definitely my favorite exotic weapon. But for armor piece, I'm going to have to go with Ruin Wings. You know, it's funny, I didn't buy it when Zer had it. I got it from an Engram when I did my Engram package opening pizza party. And I said, whatever. I put that thing on it. It's so hard to use other classes now, because I rely so much on heavy ammo. And when you have Ruin Wings, that's the chief perk, is that heavy ammo, well, it should spawn, sometimes when it works, spawn more often, and when you pick up, you're actually going to get more heavy ammo. So I just carry a Crota around with me, or a Truth, and man, in PvE situations, it's just wonderful. Tubes galore. Okay, Zach Lechy says, as a former COD addict myself, how hard was the transition from COD to Destiny for you? Was it hard at all? Yeah, it definitely was hard, because in my humble opinion, PvP takes skill. You can't shoot people in the toe. I always say, you can't shoot people in the toe with a DSR 50 and down them at one shot. You have to shoot for the head. You got to shoot for the upper torso. I know the COD fanatics say, no, it just takes skill. Everything is overpowered. One shot supers, one shot da-da-da-da. No, it takes skill. It takes aim. That's why a lot of COD players don't particularly like PvP, and a lot of them hate on it and shit on it all the time. But I think it takes skill, and yeah. It also took some getting used to, because I wasn't used to using L2 and R2 for aim down sight and shoot. I was so used to R1 and L2. Why can't I say this right? R1 and L1 for shooting, but once I got used to it, then I'm fine with it. So, but I did have a little, practice, because kills on Shadowfall was way harder than COD, and so it made it a little bit easier playing kills on Shadowfall. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. I'm sorry these are kind of short, and I can't get to everyone's questions, but I want to keep these short, well, semi-short, 9 minutes, or no, 10 minutes. Anyway, I love you all. Leave a comment, and I'll answer it next week. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Links will be in the description, and that's it. You stay drop dead gorgeous, Guardians.